Welcome to episode 13 of timberborn 1.0 playthrough, where today the bad water has finally evaporated from here, so we can start making these two aquifers to work. First, we need to get there, and before we completely start, we need to like and subscribe the video. It's an option, it isn't a must do, but it would be really kind if you did. So let's get started. Over here we got two aquifers that when there is a bad tide, like there is coming up in 0.1 of a day, when we have a aquifer installed there, like this one, it will produce bad water. So we need a bad water diversion system. And we also need to be able to separate it from the good water that we'll be producing when there isn't a bad season. So we need to go over here. First, let's actually set up this. And I think this is the other way around. We're not going to build them immediately, but I need to see where we have space. We need to go, I think, one down. And we need, I think, tunnel over there. Then tunnel over here. And then we make it straight. Yeah, that's way further. No, we don't need it to be too wide. We don't have to put in power shafts over here. This is just a way to get rid of all of the bad water. And as you can see over here, we put in, I think over here, yeah, this should work. Now I am doubting myself. I think we don't need this dynamite. We just need where this tunnel is, needs to be a sluice. And we need to demolish this one as well. And then over here we'll have a sluice gate. We don't actually need this one then. So, over here, don't need that one. But we need to get our beavers to actually head in there. So we need to make like a little bit of a staircase for them to go inside. And we can have that working while the bad tide is going on. No need for us to completely stop working. Let's actually check. Over here, this is producing bad water. These sluices, they work. Let's pause one of these. We can get rid of the bad water over here. That will easily go off the map over here. This trick with the sluice and the fluid dump is still working, so we're not gonna let that happen. In 50 days we might need to put in over here also a fluid dump. This one is removed from our planting, so when this one is harvested it won't be planted. You can see here this produces bad water. Even if I pause it, it just will continue. So, but this is safe at least. Dynamite, we're gonna need some dynamite. Also gonna need a lot of planks. So we don't need that many gear workshops. Treated planks is fine. Let's pause this gear workshop. And over here, let's find a way to easily get down here. Rotating these around is still tricky. And as you can see, it is still very tricky to get everything to line up. But this complete playthrough is unmodded, so we're not even tempted to install the ladders. What might be interesting is, yes, we work that this, that's too far, but I think could also do that one. Gonna at least use this one to get closer. Gonna put this over here. That over there. Add connection, add connection. And over here. Also gonna need to find a way down in here. Let's use one piece of dynamite. Wouldn't hurt us. Then connect over here with a ladder. We just put in this so we can have a relatively quick access. What we're gonna do over here is also close by place in obtain tanks for extract. A small warehouse obtain for dynamite. And one for planks. Dynamite, dynamite, dynamite. Obtain, prioritize by haulers. And planks. Gonna need to blow this up. It's gonna take quite a bit of time to get in there. Also with parts and everything. But we should be able, it's just we shouldn't build the aquifer drills while we're in a bad tide that's in progress. And I don't think when we have a sluice in here, we maybe need to fill up this hole a little bit, that we need to yeah, we need to fill this third in. Just so we don't have any residual add water. I should probably place them the other way around. Goes in like this, yes. Then over here we can this can be deleted. Then we need to put in staircase over there, path in there, and then we can go ahead. Let's place in another stair in there, connect the path, tunnel this in, build a staircase, and then we are ready to go. Dirt that can be picked up from this system over here. Could connect these two up with, well, why not? Let's gonna need two of them in there, doesn't it? Yes. And when this is all connected, we can actually rip out this part. Over here they have food, water. These beavers are pretty happy. A lot of them are injured though, 8 of them. How many beds, medical beds do we actually have? Let's take a... Is it on the housing? Campfire, medical bed. We only have 5 of them. So we need more medical beds. Well-being, medical beds. Place one over there. Maybe we need to also put in a couple close over here. We can fit in here too. Also, in order to give them a little bonus, let's just do 3. Is give the beavers some well-being bonus just for while they are working there. We can actually fit in another medical bed over there. Well-being. I wanted a lantern, yes. Oh, place it. I think they are able to build it. These ones are already built. We are rapidly getting more injured beavers, so it's actually one in each of them. And how are they doing over here? Let's take a look. Yes, we need to get a little bit further along. think we did put just a staircase in there. This one can be deleted. And then we can also get some of these, well, planks. We do have enough planks, but having them re-pick up all of these planks isn't a bad thing, I think. We also need a way to get power over here. So maybe we need another tunnel system. Do we? Yes, I think we do. But how? Gonna need at least 800 HP over here. Both of these need 400. How many layers do we have over here? These are the second lowest. So we could make a tunnel over here to there, and then we could put in more water wheels in here to run from this stream. This is already connected. I think we could do that. But yeah, ooh, how so we need to make the connection with in this side. Anyway, let's could go for the large windmills. 1.4k signs. We have that. Do we have paper? No, we don't. We don't have paper yet. Could make a hole in the ground to also connect it up with all of those other things, or we can just do something above ground. I think above ground is probably gonna be it. Let's just hug this, because we can also just, you know, bury it when with our dirt, because we are digging up dirt, so we could also do that. We are now over here. Could connect into this system, but it is working flawlessly. This doesn't benefit from us having more power in here or tapping off this power. So we probably need to make our way into this system. Yeah, let's just do it over there. Get a path in there. Make it little bit ugly, but if it works, it works, and it ain't stupid if it works. Is could choose one of these. Not high enough. That's a shame. In that case, we are just doing the ultimate ugly. And this can be set to this. Put overhang in there. Vertical power shaft. Normal power shaft. There. These can be deleted. Might need a little bit of help with the range. Let's take a look underground. Extend the part. Remove the planks. You also need a way to build these up here. This we can easily do. Yes, so they can build everything else. Okay. Yeah. This will do at a later bit. Then we need to, of course, make our way over here because we got connection over there. What we could do is make our way up here so we don't actually use this over here. Wow, autosave, great job, autosave. We have a connection in here. Something like this. Do I have this completely worked out and flawless? No, I don't. And then over here, we're just gonna light up the place with. We can fit just as much windmills as we can get our hands on. And have this as our little wind farm area. Can connect it up. This we can connect up like, come on. Like that, so they can, so they still have access to actually build everything. Need to give them some bit of space. We also need to get them up here. These metal blocks are in the way, so let's get those out of the way. 0.5, how is everything else doing? Oh no, this has dried up quite a bit. Fluid dump. It is too late to put in the fluid dump in here. But it is good that we have it. These are dying out. But at least the batite is finished. So we can just open up this. Oopsie. That was a bit more than just an oopsie, mate. Well, you are right. How far are they? Over here. Need to extend that path again. It seems that we're not using this part. So we can put over here our sluice gate, and it closes below contamination 1%. Yes. So it is closed when it is clean water. With bad water, it will open. Or at least it should open. Pick up these materials. Oh. This is almost built. Only not able to reach these two. Also need to tap in for over here, of course. I think we don't need those. Or do we? Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have deleted those. But at least not one of them. I could remove this over here. And then we connect it up. So we have another bear tide approaching. I think if we... How is everything else doing? We didn't... Should put on our second pump so we can actually get enough water. This can go away. We can extend our path over here. And then we need to build a little bit of scaffolding to get this working. I think a triple. This will get us on top of there. Always put in the parts a little bit too long, it seems. This all is done, so I can delete the path straight from here and make this connection. .2 day before the bad tide, and we actually need to put in paper mills so we can actually build all of our wind farms. Put it in there. This is connected. This should give us a huge amount of power. But it will be very variable because, you know, it's wind. It isn't a constant that blows. How far are we over here? Can we? No, they cannot reach all of it yet, but we are pretty close. And soon enough, we are able to actually get it done. Sluice isn't in here yet, but let's get it going. Oh. Pause. I think... Yes. Got someone in there. Not contaminating over here, that's a good thing. This will keep water in here, but it also means I think we need both of these just pumping. Would we still have quite enough? That's not an issue. We don't have any materials for our spiral staircases, so let's get one beaver in there making treated planks. That's the word, yes. And it is a 21-day bad tide. Could be disastrous, but I don't think it will be. 1.4k of dirt. I mean, we can just clean up this cliff face when everything is done. But they need to be able to actually build everything first. Everything is in range. But what are they mostly working on? I think they don't have to work on this. I want them to work depending. Let's wait and see. How are they over here? This, I want this finished first. And pick up all of those materials. We have 19 vacancies. 19. Do really need more beavers. That should work. That give us a total of 12 beavers extra. Could also easily do. And this will give us even more. This one, normal priority. These ones at a higher priority. For some reason this isn't protecting our oaks and sunflowers over here. This unit. So we're gonna have to think of a solution for that, because it is all the way connected. It's a shame. At least this works, so we have all of our oak trees. How are we doing over here? It is getting along, getting along. It's just a very long path for our beavers to take. Paper. Not making paper, we do need paper. Because if we build these two, at least this one first, we can add it to the power network. Let's actually triple speed it so things seem to be going smooth and fast. And this dirt I put in is so they have access to actually build all of this. This part can actually already be removed. And then over there. Here they can't seem to get access for this. How would I give them access for that? Think we would, once the sluice is built over here, remove this spiral staircase. Need to build this first then too. Or do something like this with just one double platform. Should have access for both of these. Are they now finished? Almost done. Let's remove some of these planks. 2 of them remaining. Oh, we're moving along. We're doing well today. Plants of the berries and the dandelions are flowering. I also planted a couple over here. They can spread around and everything. This they are now putting in only the gears. We don't have a lot of gears being made. Well, let's open up another gear workshop. Should work. Ooh, should we move these trees actually? Let's actually do that. It would help us out a lot when we are decorating the shit out of here. This one has been made, so now we can also connect the power shaft into there. When this and these, they can access it from over here, so we don't need that part over there. We can actually do something like that. And if we did something like this, everything should be connected all the way over. How did you get stuck there, mate? How? Go ahead, walk away. Or is this some form of a glitch? Oh no, they just... Oh, I didn't need to remove those power shafts. They just needed the staircase. Oh, good gravy. Over here, are we finally getting... Yes, we are all the way out there. So let's last couple of planks, pick them up. And then we can start to build these 2 aquifers. So we got 23 injured beavers. Well, this lodge has been built. They are not yet building this one. Got 6 free bats. We've got 1, 2, 3. So we still got 12 workers. And most of the vacancies are in the hauling posts. So that's all right. You can be paused. Is there anything else we can pause? Yes. Can pause this. Trying to get a little bit more workers back. Water 2.4k, so let's pause this one. Over here. Yes, everything is picked up. We can go ahead and build our sluice gate. Pick up those things, please. Then we can pick our sluice gate. Yes, over here. Don't build it yet. Close above contamination 1%. Now you can go ahead and build it. Because that means we can actually go ahead and unpause this machine. Build that power shaft first, so we don't have any beavers being stupid and getting in the bad water to actually build that. 50 metal blocks. Oh, we got plenty. Gears is gonna be an issue. Gonna need to wait for gears because we are using a lot of them. This one can also be made. Gears, we got 2 of them open there. And over here we got 1 more. I know we are using a lot of gears over here. These are lower priority, so shouldn't have to worry. And look, this is working. And it's going freely off, completely off the map. Yes, nice stuff. This one is also made. Just waiting on these. Oh yeah. Good stuff. And then we can actually go ahead. Pick up all of this. Put in there. Actually try to get things in the way so they can actually pick it up themselves. Move this, and this. This hole can be plugged in so we don't have to worry about residual stuff. Yes, they can actually pick this up. This one, why isn't this going? Because it is the wrong setting. You moron, you are. Oh, come on. And now it is draining pretty quickly. Oh, yes. This is... I thought this would go away quicker, but it isn't even a tile high, so we are good. We are good. What we, I think, gonna have to do is do something like this. This will, one, hide up some of the imperfections over here, like something like this. then we'll even it out in some form of way. Take a look at that, how this will make things look a whole lot more nicer, and meaning we won't have all that ugly stuff with the bad water. I think this will, at the start of a good tide, drain this out quite a bit quicker. But this is just a little test place, and then we'll do that over here as well, and for all of the other things. Water, we still have enough, 2.3k, 10 days left. We are gonna be fine. This is looking good. We are making paper. Don't really have we don't have storage for paper, I don't think so. So let's actually place, where could we fit it nicely, something. Let's first do it over here. It is at least some form of storage, because we're gonna need a lot for over here. And we've got a stuck beaver. Oh. How did you get stuck there? Gonna need a lot of dirt over here. Obtain, yes. This only needed one more treated plank, and then that beaver is saved again. So I hope we don't get too many silly stuck beavers in there. I don't think we need this one. To get in here, we'll probably need something like this. But how that will work out, I think you're gonna have to find out in another episode. So we're also gonna make the ugly go away over here. But we're gonna do this power shaft first, and then we'll figure it out in the next time. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode. I really enjoyed making this. We've started a very big building project. Got our wind farm over here. We got these two bad water diversion systems ready, so it actually can be unpaused. So when we have good water, this will all green the map over here. And then in the future we'll need to think of a bad water diversion system for over here. but that's gonna be in another episode. So I hope you will like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you again in the next time. See you. Goodbye.